ask a question like that and then something like that happens. If I were to deem this building haunted or not, you bet your bee's knees it is. What's up, my creepy crew? It's Celina, you girl, one of the creepiest girls on the interwebs. Last week, I headed off to Stratford, Ontario to stay in one of their most historical and presumed rumored haunted hotels, which is the Windsor Inn. Built in 1873, this hotel is like almost 150 years old. I have a fun video series idea where I'm gonna stay at places that are rumored to be haunted simply because of reviews left on TripAdvisor. Hopefully I'll be able to hit some places that aren't really known of, places that weren't really rumored to be haunted in the beginning. When researching the Windsor Hotel in Stratford, it was pretty hard to find a lot of haunting information. But when I dived the deeps into the googs, which is Google, I call it the googs, because I'm just a 40-year-old mother. I'm not though, I promise. So in my journey into Google led me to the TripAdvisor review, which then led me to some YouTube videos and some old employees that I was able to talk to, and it was incredible. There was one guy who never ever had believed in ghosts ever previously, total skeptic, before he stayed in the Windsor. That changed everything for him. He left in the middle of the night and he never went back, and he is now a full-fledged believer. Oh, how I wish I could be a skeptic or not believe in ghosts and live a simple life of the ignorance of things that are kind of terrifying. So I decided to blindly call the Windsor and go, "Hi, my name is Celina, and I was wondering about ghosts and what's your haunted room?" And I ended up having a great woman who gave me the most haunted room in the building, which was room 308. And the things that happened there, the things that happened that night, the peeling out in the middle of the night, and driving a hearse on the back roads while being so terrified and having to pee really bad was not great, guys. But while on my trip to Stratford, I did go to the best restaurant in the world. I did eat the amazing chocolate because Stratford is known for beer, chocolate, and bacon. My first stop was to Stratford Tourism. The ladies at Tourism were amazing. They gave me so much information. There's so much to do in Stratford. As you know, it is the home of the festival, so you can go and see so many plays. Shakespeare, but this season, Rocky Horror Picture Show, guys. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Need I say more? Click the links below if you want to visit and want some really fun, amazing things to do. A huge thank you to Kathy for leading me in the magical direction of all things I should need.
You are great! You are magnificent!
When it comes to ghosts, I love them. And I'm also terrified. I am the host of a podcast called The Haunted Estate. It is a podcast that's been around for about 3 years now. We have about 100 episodes out and it's great. If you want to tell me your ghost story, just visit the website below. All the information is there. Okay, I'm done self-promoting. Growing up, I dealt with a lot of paranormal activity. And then going into my early 20s, I dealt with a lot more. Another self-promotion, I have a book, The Home Reader, Paranormal Journey by Celina Myers. That gives me my background on ghosts. It also taught me that scary things happen. To say I wasn't prepared for what was gonna happen that night was an understatement. When I went into the Windsor Hotel, it was definitely old and kind of creepy and fancy, and there was a lot of renovations going on. I checked in with a really lovely lady and headed up the stairs. I'm so lying. I got my fat ass on the elevator and I went up to the 3rd floor. Once I was on the 3rd floor, I came out to a hallway that was dim and dark. When I walked down to my room was the very last door in the very corner of this very dark little area. And I went in there, it was super hot. So the first thing I did was blast the AC.
It's getting hot in here. So hot.
Guess you'd like a room tour now. What's up, Spooky Clique? It is your girl, Celina here. We are in the most haunted room here at the Windsor Inn, which was built in 1873. So like almost 150 years old. That is insane. I have some weird vibes for sure about this place. It's definitely an old place. Got all my equipment back there for you guys to make sure that this is a super haunting experience. The bathroom here is like super old and all of that kind of stuff. I am still panicking over the fact that I am gonna be here alone, and this little lovely area right here, if you can see, is just like super dark. And then right there, yeah, you guessed it, that goes to the attic because we're on the top floor here. So growing up, I was always just terrified of these because, you know, that's where all the demons live and all that. The hotel in general did give off creepy vibes, but I didn't feel that creeped out. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to this restaurant and eat food. Maybe I'll catch a play, do some shopping. Kind of took it as more of a little self-healing vacation than being prepared or getting ready for what was gonna happen in the middle of the night. In all honesty, I make a lot of jokes and I laugh about the paranormal, but the paranormal is something that you should never, ever, ever play with. If there's one thing that I emphasize in my podcast and to any advice that I will give to anyone, is that contacting or trying or attempting to make communication with the other side is terrifying if you're not doing it right, and dangerous. The word is dangerous. There are so many chances of connecting with a low-level demon, and when I say low-level demon, I'm talking like Paranormal Activity kind of horror, my friends. So let's just talk about the Ouija board. Just don't do it, okay? Don't. Because then you'll end up calling someone like me who will come into your house and look at you and be like, shouldn't have touched that. You see this? You see why Andre is stuck to the ceiling? I'm kidding, I've never actually seen that. That was an exaggeration. Exaggeration station. The last thing that you want to do is connect some bad energy to yourself. A lot of movie magic, yeah, that's not gonna happen. But it could just mean really bad luck, bad stuff going on, illness. People don't realize that. Low-level demons and creepy stuff like that can even cause mental illness, and that is no joke. So on this trip, I brought a lot of tools. I brought dowsing rods, I bought Ouija board, talking board, my EVP reader, my EMF reader. What am I not saying right or forgetting? So here are some clips from in the hotel. Hey guys, and welcome back. Here I am back in my hotel room here at the Albert Street / Windsor Street Inn. So I guess it started out as the Windsor way super back in the day. The hotel is actually just a really small part of what's left of this building. When I say what's left, I mean there's lots of stuff moved in around here. We are in Stratford. It is a really popular touristy location, but where I am here is the inn, the hotel. There is an attached restaurant off to the side there, but when I called, I asked for their most haunted room, and here I am in room 308. We are going to be trying to contact spirits and ghosts here at the hotel tonight. As I said, I'm alone. My husband is at home and he has a concussion. Everyone works because I chose a Wednesday night. But tonight, I'm gonna do this for you guys. The hotel clerk told me that at 8 o'clock, the hotel is empty. Not of guests, but no workers here. So I have a key to like the front door and everything. But we have a few methods tonight to try and contact some friends. So I have a really nice Ouija board here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like full honest. I haven't done an actual, okay, wind. You guys hear that, right? Yay! I haven't done an actual seance-y Ouija thing since I was very, very young. The number one thing that I talk about is to never ever touch these. Never use these. The energy is cleared on this one. I am going to do a nice, super meditation-y type thing to make sure that I am safe and just protected when I do jump in here so we don't contact any low-level spirits, which you don't want to contact or bring home with you. I'm sure that you have heard of these in some time in your life. Some people call them dowsing rods, and other people call them divining rods. I always call them dowsing rods, which a lot of the time they're to use water, but these to find water. These are supposed to ask questions, so let me just stop them right now. And if it's a yes, it crosses. If it's a no, they open. So you just hold them really gingerly and they will either cross or swing away. So fun. Last but not least, we are going to go around and check this room for EMF readings. So here's a little thing right here. You're gonna hear it go off. I am right in front of an air conditioning unit. So if I put it here, you can hear the beeping because there is electricity running through it. That's electricity in a lot of things. Let's check my cell phone. Wow, that's insane. All right, my brain, let's see. Yeah, it's not working. I'm used to that though. This is my favorite one, so I have to finish it. Look at it. It's all the creams. I was literally laying in bed and I was just like, oh, I can't eat anymore. So, first impressions, when I walked in, it definitely was a feeling. As we all know, or if you don't know, I do a lot of spooky stuff. I grew up being very involved with ghosts. If I had a choice, I would not believe in ghosts. I would hate all this stuff. And I would not believe in it. But when you have gone through the things I have gone through and seen the things that I have seen, there is no non-believing. And I promise you that. Oh no. I just had to put a little bit of a disclaimer because it is not good, fun, normal, or do I encourage you to go out and try and contact the dead. It seems all good and fun. I'm sure you've seen the movies of the terrible things that can happen, and I'm sure as a teenager you played a lot of fun games. If nothing happened to you, then you're really lucky. There has been crazy cases of horrific things happening all over the world after people played with things like Ouija boards and dowsing rods and anything along those sorts. The only reason I'm doing it tonight is because I've been doing this for a really long time. I might only be 27, but I've been dealing with this world, this side of things, since I was about 5 years old. It is the one thing in this world I'm confident about. I really make sure to cleanse my whole self. I really make sure to really put up a barrier around myself just with my own light and energy. Along with that, I really know the warning signs of when to say goodbye. And that is the thing. Anytime you do contact anything from the other side, you have to say goodbye. While researching here, I did find a YouTube video of some guys talking about how haunted the Albert Inn was. Albert, Windsor, what are we gonna call it? I'm talking about the same place if you hear the words. They had some footage that was just kind of like, oh no, with running around hallways and stuff like that, which was weird to say, but the comments below said that there was a man who had come to this hotel with a spiritualist. So this woman was a psychic and a spiritualist, and she was very in tune with what had gone on here, along with researching some history. She said that there was a girl who did die here of an illness at a very young age. So that happened about in the 1800s. Then in the 1900s, I guess a prostitute was also killed here in the hotel. So she and this girl definitely linger around these halls. It's totally possible. When buildings are, you know, hundreds of years old and so many people have come and gone, terrible things and wonderful things have probably happened here. Also, just because I see this stuff and believe in this stuff and this stuff happens to me doesn't mean that it doesn't terrify me, but I will always think people are way more scary than ghosts. But when you are alone and you can't see who's touching you, that's not okay, girl. No.
6 hours later.
The dark clouds are moving in. There's going to be rain in the forecast.
After I had filled the taste buds, I headed off to the parlor inn to then stuff the mouth and the gut alone with a 3-course meal set for a queen. Do you see this? Do you smell it? And then they brought me a dessert that was the biggest, fluffiest piece of just, I feel like if love was a dessert, if love was a fluffy, delicate dessert, this is what it is, okay? This is love.
This is the best thing I've ever had in my life. I'm not even kidding. It's like eating clouds.
And while I was there, of course, I had to be nosy and ask the waitresses blatantly if they had experienced any ghostly things happening in the restaurant.
Have you ever had any spooky experiences yet?
There was one time where I was walking by the bar and then a wine glass, it wasn't even like on the edge or anything, but it just decided to slide off and fall right into the sink.
So the lady at the desk told me that come 8 o'clock there will be no one working there. So then it was a time for a tour. So it's time to explore. Let's see what's on floor 2. I'm loving this mint green. Hello. It goes to outside, but I am tempted. Tom Patterson's suite. Why am I alone? I hear nothing, and the windows show me nothing. I walked around the back of the building, the front and the side. I find elevators more terrifying than stairs because you never know when you open that door. Is someone gonna be there to see you? And then this happened. Okay guys, so weird little update. I went to turn my light on, which was on earlier, and the time was working, then it didn't work, and I pulled out the bed, and of course, you can't see. Let me get some light. It's come unplugged. But like no one's been on here in the bed or anything that could have pulled that out. So strange. And then this happened. I'm as naked as a goat. Come at 10 o'clock, I had done a live show on my personal Facebook because I didn't want to start the investigating until dead in the middle of the night. I mean 3 o'clock, truly. I'm gonna give you guys a little peeky peek here. Can you see? It is 3:16 a.m. and I'm ready to do this. I decided to start first with the dowsing rods. And yeah. Okay guys, here I am wearing my Halloween t-shirt here because we must feel inspired and close and one with the spookiness. Right now I'm just gonna take a moment, kind of like get into my bones and just really protect myself and connect myself to all of my energies. Here we go.
6 hours later.
Okay. So I thought for today, the first thing that we should start with should be the dowsing rods. Let's start by just asking a totally simple question. Let's get them straight. Okay. Is there anyone here with us that would like to speak? Are you a woman? Are you a child? Did you pass away here? hope the camera picked that up. Did you die at the hotel here? I'm gonna reset the rods, I should do that. Did you die here at the hotel? I moved that, I can feel that. Okay, I just want to get, so these are in here. Did you pass away at the Albert or Windsor Inn? Are there any other spirits here with you? Yes. Have you been here for a really long time? No. After a few questions, I have goosebumps even thinking about it now. This happened. My heart is pounding so hard. This is really strange. Like, you know when your heart... You know when your heart pounds and like you feel like you're gonna barf? Like when it's in your throat? My adrenaline's at like a 10 right now. Boom, 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 boom. Are there bad spirits in the Albert Inn? That's a hard yes. My water bottle just straight up fell off there. But when I ask a question like that and then something like that happens, I know it doesn't seem a lot, but while holding the rods, for the way that it crossed, I've watched it over so many times, and I know that a lot of time they can be self-manipulated, but I didn't see that for the cross. And then what fell down was the water bottle. And right before I asked this question, I had so much buildup energy in myself. I had a lot of goosebumps. I had really opened myself to what was going on, and I just was not ready for that kind of energy. After the dowsing rods, I did try the Ouija board for a bit, but it didn't work. And by that time, I was just so terrified and starting to close myself off. I kind of felt like I needed to step away from the situation because it was honestly feeling like a bit too real. And after going through the whole hotel and realizing that I was completely alone in the hotel and it was thundering and lightning and raining, that maybe I had made a bit of a big jump for this first little video idea. Okay guys, I have here a recycling bin, which we are going to use for our board. But when I went into the bathroom to get this, I just want to know that there is a really overpowering smell of cigarette smoke. Interesting. Okay. I just want to get this where you guys can see it. You're never supposed to use one of these alone. I use this board in only positivity. I use the positive energies of the universe to protect me. I cast out any evil and I pull only good and free spirit. What is your name? Is there anyone here? I don't think we're gonna get anything with this. I don't really feel any vibes. Okay. Thank you for opening this board. Using only positivity and light. But I choose to end this session and return to mine as you return to yours. Goodbye. Usually I don't get this kind of like really scared feeling, but like, you know when you just have that feeling and you just know that something's like up and wrong and making you want to barf? I don't even drink coffee, but I am making some decaf coffee because I'm just trying to soothe my soul and just, you know, watching some Shane Dawson just to get some humors in my soul so I can sleep, which I'm not turning the lights off. Okay, I got the bathroom light on, I have this light on, I have this light on, because nothing bad ever happens when it's light out, right? I just don't understand where my ideas come from, and at the time I'm like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's stay completely alone in a hotel where ghosts are, and really bad ghosts. And I watched days and days of a haunting before I left, and I still thought like, yeah, this is really great. Like, this is a great idea. Like, yeah. So after all those sessions, I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna lay here with all the lights on because no darkness was happening. Darkness doesn't even happen in my own house because your girl afraid of the dark. I had been asleep for about an hour and a half when I heard something, and I knew the laptop was running, and I looked at the laptop and I just knew what had happened, and I was like, don't look at that. Don't look at that footage. So I sat on my bed and fast forwarded through like an hour and I think 42 minutes, and I saw what happened, and within like 9 minutes I was in my car, and when I left I was wearing a Halloween shirt, as you saw, Christmas leggings, as you saw, and high heels. It was a look. It was a style and look. Gucci, be proud of me.
I want to go home. I don't want to. I want to go home!
I hate to do this, but I'm super bailing. It was fun doing all this. It was great. I want to do it a million times over, but probably not alone. There's only one thing that can cure the creeps. Chicken McNuggets. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It means a lot to me, and to keep going, I need you guys to subscribe and click that bell button so you get notified every single time that I post. So don't forget, Stratford is a historical, stunning place to go. If you are from near or far, it's really one of Canada's kind of hidden gems. I guess it's not hidden. It really is one of Ontario's gems with the festival, with the arts. You just go there and you feel the passion for arts. So if you guys do want to visit there or see some awesome stuff, I've linked a lot of activities down below. So just go check them out. Guys, don't forget to check out my podcast, TheHauntedEstate.com. It's free on iTunes or anywhere you're going to download podcasts. If you have a ghost story you want to tell me, you can call 1-800, that's a lie, you can call 1-877-260-3428. You don't have to talk to me because I don't want to talk to you because it scares me and gives me social anxiety. It's just a recorder. Record your ghost story. It's magical. Don't forget, where do you want me to go next? What color should I dye my hair next? All below. Be my friend. Bye!